Welcome to another edition of Rust Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. Get woke, go broke. That is a mantra we seem to have repeated over and over and over again on this podcast. But it's a mantra that the NFL, the NBA, and MLB don't seem to have learned. It's like, well, okay, I don't know if you can say that those leagues are actually going broke, but because of all the woke shenanigans they've been involved with, that has cost them millions of fans. And of course, when you lose millions of fans, that means you're going to lose millions of dollars as well. And also, you look at it, the TV ratings for the NBA Finals are just a shadow of what they were, say, 10, 20 years ago. Major League Baseball national TV ratings are just in the toilet. And then you have the NFL and their latest debacle. They probably honked off a whole bunch more fans after Washington Redskins coach Ron Rivera fined his defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio $100,000 for calling the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol a dust-up. Well, karma came around and really bit Ron Rivera in the butt, because this just in, according to ESPN, Coach Rivera himself was fined $100,000 by the NFL due to excessive contact at his practices. You know what they say about karma. It's a female dog. That's the cleanest I can say here on a PG show. Anyway, I digress. While those three leagues have spat in the faces of fans, what's the one league that almost never gets mentioned in the daily parade of woke nonsense in sports? That would be the NHL, the National Hockey League. Now, they did call off some games during the whole Jacob Blake incident back in 2020, but after that, the league has really gone out of its way to keep all that woke and political garbage at arm's length. And I'm talking like Plastic Man long arms length. And now, could they be doing some woke stuff behind the scenes? It's a possibility, but here's the thing. They don't just shove it in your face. They don't shove it down the throats of fans. They don't go around and insult their fans for not being on board with the message. You don't see the disrespect for the national anthem that you do in other leagues. Basically, when you turn on an NHL game, what you see is the game, as it should be. No lectures, no grandstandings, just the game. And that could be one reason why, according to ESPN, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman says the league will generate record revenues of more than $5.2 billion. And he added that total could be a conservative one. And by the way, I did my part in adding to that revenue stream here with purchasing my brand new Seattle Kraken shirt, the newest team in the NHL. Anyway, Bettman went on to say that this record revenue has given the NHL a much-needed recovery after everything they lost from the COVID-19 pandemic. And he adds, quote, "We had a major increase in our national media revenues in the United States. Our buildings are back to basically where they were with attendance and maybe a little better. Our playoffs this year, the first two rounds, generated 88% of the revenues that we did in the first two rounds the last time we had normal playoffs back in 2019. We continued to put on NHL hockey under the most difficult of times. We were able to stabilize the business and power through," end quote. And Bettman also expects these record revenues to keep going for the next few years. So what makes the NHL different? Why is it you have the NFL, NBA, MLB all going woke and the NHL just stays away from it? Well, I think one reason is because among the four major professional leagues in North America, NHL, and at least here in the U.S., not up in Canada where hockey is a religion, but here in the U.S., the NHL is kind of like, say, the proverbial red-headed stepchild. So the NHL leadership, they realize that they need to be on good terms with their fans in order to be a viable business. Also, a majority of the players in the NHL, they don't even come from the United States. They hail from Canada, Scandinavia, Eastern Europe. So the issues that are dividing us here in this country, those issues may not exist or are probably maybe not at the forefront in the countries where a lot of these NHL players come from. Look at it this way. How many of us here in the U.S. care about political issues in Sweden and vice versa? So NHL, I say, keep doing what you're doing. Stay away from politics. Let fans enjoy the game for the game, and maybe be at the forefront of another mantra. Don't go woke, and you won't go broke. Well, now a word from our sponsor. Does your toilet have rings that always need cleaning? Do you have hard water spots on your shower doors? Calcium buildup on your faucets? Just imagine what all of that is doing to the inside of your washing machine, dishwasher, refrigerator, your hot water heater. What about the pipes inside of your body? Buy a filter or be a filter. You can have clean, mineral-rich water without the buildup of unwanted toxins in your body and throughout your whole home. Call Vicki Johnston today at H2O Health and Water Solutions at 928-899-7504. Or stop in and see her at the Prescott Gateway Mall. Well, folks, thank you again for tuning into another Rust Rants. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe on all of KYCA's social media, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook. Check us out at kyca.info. Be sure to like this video and leave a comment for us. We'd love to hear from you. Also, programming note, no new Rust Rants for next week because I will be on vacation, but I'll see you again at the end of the month and I'll rant about, well, whatever the heck happened on vacation that got my ire up. Till then, folks, have a good one.